Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. I want to talk to you guys about XRP, about the crypto market. After 2 months of waiting for the economic data, it came out, and well, we're still a little bit confused. I'll explain what's going on, what's happening, how the market reacted, how XRP reacted. We'll talk a little bit about the current situation with the ETFs. XRP is doing very nice on that front. We'll talk again about South Korea. We talked about them earlier this morning. Interesting situation going on there right now. And we'll talk about a potential new Fed chairman coming very, very soon. I don't know why I'm doing this. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Listen, we still have the raffle. It turned into a birthday slash Black Friday, Thanksgiving, holiday weekend raffle kind of thing. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, join the free Telegram group, or follow me on Twitter. You got to do all those three things to be eligible. Now's the time to do that, and you can be part of the raffle. So without further ado, right, let's get into it. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.19, down minus 1.3% on the day. The market was waiting and anticipating to see what is going to potentially happen with the data that is going to come out, right? And that came out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. By the way, if you were in the Telegram group, I announced it and reminded people that that was happening. So, again, that's just another plus of being in the Telegram group, that it gives me a possibility to talk with you, on the fly if I want to update something, or, not everybody follows me, is getting notifications on Twitter or anything, but on Telegram, you can, get notifications or see what's happening. So you can get it live there. And if there's any breaking news or anything like that, so it's easier right then, creating a video on YouTube, of course. So the data came out, and the data on the one hand was pretty good, right? US PPI came in at 2.6%. Expected was 2.7. This means core inflation is cooling down. And it potentially could mean it easier for the Fed to cut interest rates. The only problem was not this, this, right? The fact is that the US private payroll fell by average of 13,500 per week in the 4 weeks ending in November 8th. This is up sharply from the 2,500 per week in previous period. The Fed must continue cutting rates. The labor market is too weak. So inflation is coming down and the labor market is weak. This is usually a recipe for reduction of interest rates, right? When you have a weak labor market, inflation coming down, that's the the direct recipe that the Fed is looking for. And you can see it went up a little bit, the probability, to 80%. So right now we're sitting and we're waiting for potentially the Fed to announce in the next coming weeks that they are going to reduce interest rates. And on the bright side, we have U.S. Treasury Secretary Besson says there are very good chance President Trump announces the new Fed chair before Christmas. So we might even get a reduction and then a new Fed chairman. Hey, listen, Trump was the one that actually appointed Powell, by the way, in his previous presidency. So I don't know, but I'm thinking that the person that comes in this time around will be a little bit more, in the ear of the president than Powell has been. And so it will be very interesting. So again, the market sold off of that. It was kind of confusing, right? You can see here, this is when the data came out. XRP was at $2.23, but then started to come down here all the way to 216. It was a little bit confusing because, again, this is a recipe, right? Weak labor market, inflation cooling off. So why did the market react like that? You can see Bitcoin fell down too. Ethereum came down, but actually has recovered. And if we go look at the stocks, you can see something similar happened here, right? Came down a little bit, but then actually on the open sold off and now has recovered, So interesting action here today. Where is the VIX at? The VIX down 6%. So we're back under 20. And interestingly, even though altcoins had a very good day yesterday, Bitcoin didn't, and that's why the crypto fear index is still at 20. So we'll see how the fear in the market and everything plays out here over the next few days. Again, it will be very, very interesting to see, where we go from here. I still have my leverage position opened up. Right, it came down a little bit. It was about 50%, but now it's at here it is. I was like, wait a second, it came down 50%, and the Bitcoin one is still in the green, but a little bit flat there. This is on our partner BYDFI. If you are interested in coming and trading on BYDFI, we have a very, very, very tasty promotion here for new signups, giving out a big amount of XRP there, and you can participate in the event. There's only 10 more days left. So now is the time to join, and also you'll get some bonuses once you sign up using my link and you deposit. There's also a special group for whales, a whale group, and if you qualify for that, you have to DM me, and then you can be part of that. It's all explained in the free and open Telegram group. You sign up here and then you can start trading. This is, again, another way to support the channel with the affiliate links. If you are interested, links in the description down below. But please, please, please trade responsibly. Again, this is just what I am doing, what I am seeing. And I opened up those low leverage positions. This is how I am seeing the market right now. Again, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Okay, and also remember that I won't contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or to send me anything. I will never DM you. I will never befriend you, sadly, right? Those are imposters. Those are scammers from I don't know where, and they're trying to fool you. Please be very careful. Also, not just me, other influencers, YouTubers, people on Twitter. I've kicked out of the Telegram group about 4 or 5 imposters already. Like they're trying to infiltrate the Telegram group. I don't know, take the content and things like that. So just be very careful out there. Okay. So if we continue and we go a little bit to the more news, I wanted to bring this. We talked about South Korea and how potentially South Korea could be the catalyst that, gives XRP a little bit juice. And this was interesting. This came actually yesterday from Eric. He says, South Koreans are so gaga over US leverage ETFs. They put $7 billion in them in October alone, $30 billion year to date. They're going to require investors to take a DMV-style hour-long training class about vol drag before using them. Interesting. And Eric says, thinking about this still, would love to do a documentary. I want to see what they teach and meet the people who want to trade the leverage ETF so bad, they're still sit through a 3-hour training. And this is, very, very interesting. They love crypto so much in South Korea. And it's interesting. I don't know how many of you know about the culture and watch the shows and watch the things that are going on there, but their mentality is very, very different than what we're used to in the US and the UK and Canada and Australia. And the way that they look at things, the way they look at finance, and the way they want to be better than everybody else, and how there's very intense competition, and how the kids there, they finish school and they go to evening school, and then you might be 14, 15, not getting home until 10 p.m. at night. It's kind of wild. There's a big competition to get into the best universities. That's in every country, but there it's even like it's to max level. So it's very interesting that they're so into crypto and they so want fast, right? They want it, with the leverage. So it's very interesting, very interesting. And again, we talked about how a lot of where XRP, the fuel, comes from South Korea. So that will be, again, interesting to see. Next time around, we know that XRP ETFs are doing good so far. XRP just beat Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana in ETF inflows with 164 million there. Grayscale and Franklin Templeton's new XRP ETF alone pulled in 64 and 62 million in its debut. And this is fueling the fact that um, the notoriety, right, of Grayscale and Franklin Templeton is a plus. Canary Capital and Bitwise, they're still getting some volume, but the bigger dogs, I think that just the name notoriety is going to be better for inflows on those assets. So it will be very interesting to see how it plays out. Again, of course, if we get BlackRock or Fidelity, that's even bigger. But I think Grayscale, well, especially in crypto ETFs, has a good name, and Franklin Templeton, as a general issuer of assets, has a good name. So very very interesting outplay here for the market today. Kind of confusing, nor here nor there, right? Kind of bland, right? Tasteless. But we didn't crash. So, that's the silver lining, but it will be very interesting to see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. With tomorrow, we got GDP and PCE also coming out. So again, that could rock the market a little bit as well. So we need to watch out for that. Again, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide on this. But this video was for educational and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own due diligence. Don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. By the way, you need to go to my website, and then you can go to all our partners if you are interested. And then you can, again, be part of this and sign up here. Again, it's the way to support the channel, but the easiest way to do that is to drop a comment, whatever your heart desires. And the easiest way is to just click that like button. Thank you I don't know why I keep doing this the whole video. Thank you I think it's because I have the Band-Aid on the finger. It's healing nice. All of you that were concerned. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.